Live here in Union, in Roosevelt, as the Union Cougars. North Sanpete coming into Roosevelt to take on the Cougars, as Chase Burchell took that kickoff return down to the 20. And so the Union Cougar offense will take over at the 20-yard line. Lincoln Labrum, one of your captains, in the gun as the Cougars run a spread offense. That's Jaron Miller in the backfield with him, as he's going to give it off to the right side. Miller getting tackled by number 13, Eddie Davis, for North Sanpete. Cougars wanting to get that run, at least the rushing attack, started early. They can get some good runs. That'll open up the passing game against this North Sanpete team. North Sanpete out of Mount Pleasant, Utah, as the Cougars line up with a trips left. Miller comes forward there and again hands it off up the middle, and he finds a nice hole.
Labrum hands up to Jaron Miller. He runs up the middle of the line.
Line able to open up that hole there. And the Cougars pick up big yardage after a bit of a loss on that first carry. He takes this one 15 yards from the original line of scrimmage. So 1st and 10 now for the Cougars as they're marching. Miller breaks a tackle there, and nice movement as he holds on to the ball. You can see those linemen trying to strip the ball.
He moves and jukes and backs and forth and brought down.
But he picks up 9 on that one, and so it'll be 2nd down and 9. Easton Roar there going in motion. Caden Hyder also lined up over there, and Gage Roberts are your receivers to the right side as Labrum takes the snap. And again gives it to Miller, and they're going to get the first. So the Cougars come out rushing it. 4 straight rushes here, and they are marching.
Also 38 in on the stop, Keegan Eliason. That's another Cougar.
Cougars come out again with the trips right. The lone receiver on this side, Chase Burchell. He had 2 interceptions and a touchdown last week against with Summit Academy. As now Labrum, first pass of the game goes to Burchell for a 1st down. They're going to give him about 12 yards on that one.
He stopped there by Ashton Osborne.
Cougars been moving the ball here on this first drive, as it looks like North Sanpete's running about a 4-3 defense right now. Looking at some of the practice films, they've been running a 3-4. That pass just a hitch pattern to Roberts.
Loss of 1 yard brings up 2nd and 11.
So 2nd and 11 now for the Cougars, as you're going to go dual receivers to both sides. And again, Miller lined up behind Labrum, now comes up next to him. Again to Miller. Miller breaking tackles, staying on his feet.
Good pickup.
And another 1st down for the Cougars.
Down by Eddie Davis and also number 38.
So they struggled with their rushing game last week against Summit Academy, and the Cougars have come out deciding they want to open that up. Miller had 44 yards, I believe, on 11 carries against Summit Academy, which isn't bad. I mean, you're looking at 4 yards per carry as Labrum's going to keep it. Kind of a fake handoff. He keeps it up the middle.
On the stop, number 44, Lenny Schwager. Pick up for 6 yards.
But the Cougars coming out and only passing it twice here in this first drive, as they go trips right again. There's the throw. Good line protection. The offensive line giving him plenty of time to throw. The pass in there, but just good defense. Of course, that pass was intended for Gage Roberts. And Roberts able to get his hand, bring the ball in, but defender knocking that out. So good defense on North Sanpete. The Hawks here as Labor muffs the snap. Cougars will retain possession. That was good quickness by Latui. Lonnie Latui. As he comes back and is able to fall on it with Labrum there. So a 4th and long now. Cougars, plenty of time. Pass intended for Rohr. And so the Cougars now, after they had a great drive, some good runs, a couple of good passes, and now they're going to give it to North Sanpete. So they go 4 and out right at the end. North Sanpete onto the field, and they're going to run. You're going to see a lot of different offenses from these guys. Spencer Stedman, the senior quarterback, coming back, injured last year, and now he comes under center here. A quick throw. That pass was intended for Keegan Eliason, another senior for the Hawks. That's one of those passes you've got to get your hands up. You can't catch it off of your pads. It's going to bounce off of them every time. Now Keegan Stedman in the gun. As he gives off to, that's number 15, Peyton Clausen. And Clausen is one of these guys that started as a freshman on defense for the Hawks. Coming in as a sophomore, and they're expecting a lot out of him. They've had a couple of different injuries, that have caused them to lose guys for the season. And so needing these young guys to step up is crucial for this Hawks team, as a fairly young team. But Clausen's one of those, number 15. So watch him tonight. He'll be playing on defense and offense as Stedman makes the attempt. Great defense on Gage Roberts, number 6 there, defending. And so they're going to cause the Hawks to go 3 and out. Hawks will bring in their punt team as the Cougars send Caden Hyder back to return. So Hyder back to return this as the Cougars get in almost to block that. Hyder's going to let this one go, and it's going to bounce down to the 20. So the Cougars taking over on the 20-yard line, on their own 20-yard line. And we're going to go to a quick 30-second break.
Some of the most important diagnostic tools in medicine today are in the radiology department. At Ashley Regional Medical Center, there are many modalities to choose from: CAT scans, nuclear medicine, MRI, 4D ultrasound, digital mammography, bone density scanning, and a totally digital format. The technicians at Ashley Regional are highly trained and are well known for their great customer service skills. If you need an x-ray of any kind, ask your physician to send you to Ashley Regional Medical Center for quality results.
And we are back, missing the first play there, but it was Labrum that faked it to Jerem Miller on just a fake handoff, and then he took it himself up the middle for about 4 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 6 now for the Cougars. Gonna go trips left. Still same receivers, your same four. Gage Roberts, Caden Hyder, Easton Rohr, and Chase Burchell with Jaron Miller lined up in the backfield there with Labrum. Labrum again with the fake. He'll get one out of this one, maybe two. They give him a favorable spot on that, and they're going to give him 2 yards. Definitely got a big thanks. Talk about the running in the first drive there, and that's your offensive line. Tavita Kafusi, along with Brig Edwards, Lonnie Latui. That's your center and your 2 guards there. This time, I guess we spoke too soon about our line, as they allow a sack on this one. Our other 2 linemen for the Cougars is Dalton Clark playing tackle there, and also Mason McGlory with the outside tackles. So Cougars are going to go 3 and out now, and they'll punt the ball away. Jaron Miller coming in to punt. And against Summit Academy, it was Chase Lang. Lang punting all game long. And he had some nice punts. They're going to bring Miller here back to punt. He gets a hold of this one. That one's going to go out of bounds. So not exactly what you'd want, but when we come back, it's going to be North Sanpete. Our score's 0s here in the first quarter. We're back after this 30-second break.
Some of the most important diagnostic tools in medicine today are in the radiology department. At Ashley Regional Medical Center, there are many modalities to choose from: CAT scans, nuclear medicine, MRI, 4D ultrasound, digital mammography, bone density scanning, and a totally digital format. The technicians at Ashley Regional are highly trained and are well known for their great customer service skills. If you need an x-ray of any kind, ask your physician to send you to Ashley Regional Medical Center for quality results.
Mark Winterton bringing you Union High School sports right here on BTV, Channel 6. Supporting the community high school sports here in the Basin. As the Cougars jump off sides, gives North Sanpete 5 yards. So it'll be 1st and 5 now in Cougar territory. That was a nice pass by Stedman over to Osborne. And so Osborne with the big pickup. Osborne's going to limp off the field now. As they bring in a number 8 that it's not on my roster. So now Stedman under center, gives it to the sophomore. The flag comes in, and usually that's a hold. So that'll be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. So that'll be a repeat of 1st down. So 1st and 20 now for the Hawks. Hawks come out with a spread offense here. Dual receivers to both sides. And Stedman now in the backfield, the senior, back there with his sophomore running back. Nice pass across the middle. A little arm tackle there by the Cougars, and they allow the Hawks to score. Definitely something the Cougars struggled with against Summit Academy was the arm tackles. You got to wrap up. Guys will continue to run past you as Hawks score first. 6-0. They'll come out to kick this extra point. Stedman will hold. And their kicker, Luis Rodriguez, a sophomore. And that one's good. The Hawks up 7-0 here in the first quarter. 4:15 left to go. And our score is 7-0. We're back after this 60-second break.
Being there to see the sunset, only to see it rise. Your friends, your family, and being around those who matter most. Visiting new places and trying new things. The road trips or the camping trips. The times you'll remember and the places you'll go back to. Let each mile bring you closer to the moments that matter. L&L Motor. People you know. People who care.
And we're back, bringing you Union High School football as the Hawks able to score first here in the first quarter. Cougars had a good drive their first drive, but then ended up going on a fourth down inside Hawk territory. The Hawks went 3 and out, then the Cougars went 3 and out, and then the Hawks scored, and now the Hawks will kick off. Rodriguez kicking this one down to Burchell. Fulfilled that at the 8. Picks up a nice block around that left side. And it looks like he'll be forced out of bounds about the 30, 33, somewhere in there. So the Cougars coming into this season with a lot of high hopes as they returned a lot of young players from last year's team, namely quarterback Labram, as he started the last few games of the season for the Cougars as a freshman. Nice little nice completion there, just on a quick slant across the middle to Rohr will garner them a first down. Cougars went 2 and 8 last year and 1 and 4 in the region. And so definitely looking to improve on that record as we go trips right on 1st and 10 from the 45. Another completion to Rohr. Flag comes in. Looks like it's going to be against the Cougars. So an illegal man downfield will be a 5-yard penalty, and so it'll be a replay of first down. 1st and 15 now for the Cougars, bringing it back to the 40-yard line. North Sanpete coming into this year also with some high hopes, as they finished 4 and 5 last year with a 1 and 4 record, and they did not qualify for the playoffs their first time in, I think, 5 years. Cougars able to get back to the original line of scrimmage there, and so they'll make it 2nd and 10. 5-yard pickup there for Miller. First drive of the game, the Cougars were able to run quite a bit, and maybe they go back to that. Nice pass across the middle to Hyder. That's Caden Hyder. He'll get 12 yards out of that one. Big thanks to all our sponsors, L&L Motor, Strata Networks, Ashley Regional, Moon Lake Electric, Savage, and Stickman. That's Hyder again around the right side. He picks up the first down and a little more. Also want to thank Sunbelt as they've provided the lifts here for both the coaches and for our Strata crew, VTV crew. Flags on this one's going to be a hold against the Cougars. Takes away that first down. So Cougars still here in Hawk territory, but it'll be now 1st and 12 for them. Labrum going to go deep. Intended for Gage Roberts. And as he always does, goes up, brings that one down over the defender. He did that several times last year. Labrum to Roberts. So Cougars, I guess we'll call them inside the red zone, right? Right there at the 20. And back out of the red zone. Hawks blitzing there. L&L Motor, our number is the #1 rated new car dealer in the Basin. Go down and visit L&L Motor. It'll be 2nd and 12 now. Labrum's got some time. But as he's hit, throws, caused the pass to just be changed just a bit as Burchell unable to get a hold of that one, and it's intercepted. I think that one was intended for Burchell, wasn't it? And so we got a change of possession here. Hawks will be back here after this 30-second break. And we're back. Mark Winterton with VTV, Channel 6, bringing you live coverage of Union High School sports as they're taking on the North Sanpete Hawks. Hawks up 7-0 after their second drive was successful. And Cougars unable to score so far here in the first quarter, but they've been able to move the ball well as this is Clausen, the sophomore. Well, Strata Networks is proud to help bring you live coverage of local sports, but you can enjoy the reliable coverage and unbeatable speeds from the company that brings you more local cell sites than any other carrier. Nationwide 4G LTE coverage and the latest devices from your favorite brands. Strata Networks. So it'll be 1st and 10 here for the Hawks as they move this one up to the 35-yard line. The Hawks coached by Rhett Bird. He's entering his second year at the helm of the Hawks. They're going to give this one to the fullback. And that tough defensive line for the Cougars making a big stop. Not sure who made the stop, but you got Six Killer, Percival. Let's see also, if my eyes don't betray me, we got also Brock Labrum up there. And trying to see numbers here. I think that's Matthew Dosberg. Dosberg playing defensive end, the left side there at number 57. Number 38 for the Hawks goes in motion. They give to Clausen around the left side. Cougar defense playing some stingy defense. As Six Killer and Brock Labrum both in on the stop there. It'll be 3rd and 6. And a timeout. A timeout. Oh, nope, not a timeout. We're going to go to, that's going to do it for us. After one, It's the Hawks leading by 7-0 over the Cougars. We're back after this 60-second break.
Founded in 1946 by the Savage family with a single truck, today, Savage is the leader in supply chain management solutions that are tailored to meet the needs of our customers across a variety of industries. We are a proud sponsor of high school sports coverage and the community here in the Uinta Basin.
In our small community, something big is happening. Strata's fiber network is connecting thousands of locations in the basin, bringing internet speeds now as fast as 1 gig. Delivered across the fastest technology available, gig internet has the speed and power equal to 1,000 megabits per second. For more streaming, more sharing, more connected devices, and more possibilities. It's internet fast enough for your life. Get your gig today from Strata Networks. We connect lives.
There's no cost for imagination, no charge for dreams, no limit to what we can accomplish together. It takes grit, determination, but mostly it takes you. They are your ideas, your visions. We're here to help. Early mornings, late nights, heavy loads. We are real people turning extraordinary dreams into reality. Sunbelt Rentals. Your ideas, our equipment.
VTV Channel 6 bringing you this local coverage of Union High School sports. As we start the second quarter, Cougars on defense here, showing blitz. And they bring it. Brock Labram unable to get to the quarterback as he completes it. Out to number 38. That's Eliason. The flag in the backfield, always helpful, as you know it's coming back. Oh, they got an illegal receiver downfield. So just a 5-yard penalty, but that really hurts the Hawks and helps the Cougars. So Cougars loving that one, as it'll be 3rd and 11. Ashley Regional Medical Center, the only Joint Commission accredited hospital in the basin. And a big thanks to them for their sponsorship, as Cougars with running almost a nickel package here with 5 defensive backs. Looks like Jordan Bertosh, number 21, kind of running out there almost like a strong safety there as he lines up against his man Eliason. And Stedman going deep. They're going to call pass interference on Hyder, but Hyder really going for the ball there and almost getting a hold of it. Great catch by Osborne. Love to see the replay on that one. Can we see a replay? We're not at replay status yet. So, but I felt like Hyder was right there. Just going for the ball. But regardless, Osborne made a fabulous catch for the Hawks. And they're in enemy territory. Knocking on the door again here. 1st and 10 from the Cougar 40. They're going to run trips left and hand it off to the sophomore Clausen. Not getting anywhere as the Cougar defense in. Also, Colby Hyder, one of the linebackers for the Cougars, getting in there. But Cougar front line is tough. So the sophomore not getting anywhere for the Hawks. Cougars linebacker core there as they're running a 4-3 defense. Jerem Miller, the outside linebacker at number 32. 75, that's Chase Lang. And Colby Hyder, number 16, as he's going to come over to cover Eliason now with as they blitz. They find Eliason. Makes the catch and gets the first down. Bertosh able to come in on the tackle. But the Hawks get a first. As they come to the line again. 1st and 10 for the Hawks. Running a trips formation to the right. Stedman takes the snap, gives it to Clausen, and Clausen goes nowhere as the Cougars in on that. Tavita Kafusi, Colby Hyder, and Brock Labram all in to make the stop there. So it'll be 2nd and 11 now for the Hawks. As they are in Cougar territory here. Cougars going to have to play some stingy defense as Stedman rolls right. Finds a man, he's got him. Slipping and not even coming up with the football as you see that one come out from underneath him. Thought he had it. And I think Ethan Bowles just decided, Bowles, we'll call him Bowles. That just sounds better. Bowles not making the catch. He was thinking about turning around and running. So it'll make it 3rd and 11 now for the Hawks. Cougars need to stop them a couple more times here. As you know, Hawks are going to go for it on 4th down inside the 30 here. And so again, trips to the right. Stedman, the senior quarterback. And a false start by the offensive line always hurts. Brings it back a little bit more. I had heard stories about Stedman not being completely accurate, but so far we've seen him be money today. As the Hawks score first and Cougars up, or Hawks up 7-0 here. 3rd and 17, and they run a screen here to Clausen. Cougars not having any of it. Brock Labram, Chase Lang, and I believe Colby Hyder there. Oh, Jerem Miller is who it was actually there. Anyways, Cougars weren't having it. And so holding them to 4th and 17 now. We'll see what the Hawks decide to do as Eliason comes out. They might punt this one. Hyder does go back. Going to try to pin the Cougars deep within their own territory. There's the punt. They're going to try to knock this one out of bounds. And it benefits them a little bit as it gets it inside the 20. As the Cougars down 7-0 here in the 2nd quarter will be taking over on their own 16-yard line. We're back after this 30-second break.
Founded in 1946 by the Savage family with a single truck, today, Savage is the leader in supply chain management solutions that are tailored to meet the needs of our customers across a variety of industries. We are a proud sponsor of high school sports coverage and the community here in the Uinta Basin.
And the Cougar offense takes the field here. Cougars going to run dual receivers to both sides. Nice little hook pattern thrown to Roberts. Roberts tried to deflect it to himself. Well, Moon Lake Electric, owned by the people they serve. Moon Lake's a cooperative, not privately owned, in operation since 1938, providing power to the area since 1938. Moon Lake Electric. Cougars come out with trips right as Labram rolls right. Has a man right in his face. He's going to try and dump it off to Miller. Incomplete there. That'll bring up 3rd down. So Cougars pinned inside their own territory. Ends up making the that little punt by the Hawks. Looks like a good thing for them. Dual receivers to both sides here for the Cougars on 3rd and 10. And the Hawks want a timeout. And so we're going to go away to a quick break. We'll be back after this 60-second break.
Being there to see the sunset, only to see it rise. Your friends, your family, and being around those who matter most. Visiting new places and trying new things. The road trips or the camping trips. The times you'll remember and the places you'll go back to. Let each mile bring you closer to the moments that matter. L&L Motor. People you know. People who care.
And nice little pass there from Labrum over to Roberts. It's just a quick slant. Roberts making the catch and then just pushing forward, had some good blocking, and they get the 1st down. So Cougars will keep this one alive. Barely avoiding 3 and out there. They'll go dual receivers both sides. Still in their own territory here at the 27-yard line. Labrum goes up. This one's intended for Hyder. Hyder trying to make the catch, and they are going to throw a pass interference. Coaches wanted it, and Davis is going to give them it. Savage family founded the company back in 1946 with a single truck hauling coal and timber in Utah. Today, they're a leader in supply chain management solutions that are tailored to meet the needs of our customers across a variety of industries, including electric power generation, coal production, oil refining, railroad, chemical, oil field downhole services, and other industries. Savage. As the Cougars get a 1st down here, still in their own territory, but up at the 42 this time, trips right. As you're tuning in, Cougars down 7-0 as the Hawks were able to score in the 1st quarter. I think the score came on a pass across the middle, a missed tackle by the Cougars, and the Hawks put 7 on the board. They'll definitely want to score here before half. Not fun to go down go into halftime with a deficit. Across the middle here to Chase Burchell. Burchell making a nice little run too after the catch. Able to pick up just a few extra yards. Cougars picking up about 18 on that one, and they're in Hawk territory. Stickman is proud to sponsor VTV6's live coverage of Uinta Basin High School football. We definitely want to recognize them. Stickman. I think they got their tournament coming up, as they always do, a tournament for charity. That's going to be coming up, I think, September 8th or 9th. 8th. As the Cougars now in 1st down in Hawk territory. Labrum's going to keep it up the middle, and he picks up big yardage. You know, he got hit right in the back there, and Eliason, I'm not sure how to say his name. Anyways, he was able to push him up further there and actually gives him a 1st down. Cougars knocking on the door. They're going to go trips left here on this 1st down. they bring Miller up. There's a snap across the middle again, and it's intercepted. Thrown right to number 40, intended for Caden Hyder. And Labrum does tackle him. That was Brock Justison with the interception, as Labrum just didn't see him. He saw Hyder there. Hyder looked open to me, and for some reason, Justison was just, I think, camouflaged. And so the Cougars hoping to score there, lose hopes there with that interception, and that is only Labrum's second interception of his high school career. Or I should say of his varsity career, because I'm not sure on JV and freshman. So the Hawks come in here to pass. Stedman trying to get it to Osborne, and that was Foot, actually, that got his hand in there to knock the ball out of his hand, out of Osborne's hands. So plenty of time left on the clock for the Cougars to try and get a 3-and-out here. Get the ball back and score before half. Cougars running a 4-3 defense. Actually, it looks like they've almost switched to a nickel package here. As Stedman decides to keep it himself, and bad decision there. Gonna get a loss, but maybe it's just the Cougars making a huge play. This defense. Giving the Hawks some struggle here now with the third and long. As the Hawks break huddle here. Matt Labrum entering his 6th year coaching at Union and 11th year coaching overall. Stedman gonna go long again, overthrowing his man. That was intended for Ethan Bowles. So the Cougar defense being stingy on that drive, causing the Hawks to go 3-and-out. Yeah, Coach Matt Labrum, he's 25 and 29, let's see, actually 25 and 30 record at Union. But he coached 5 years prior at Parowan High School. Here's the punt. Not a beautiful punt, and then especially it bounces backwards. Hawks try to get that, keeping the Cougars in their own territory. As the Cougars offense will take the field. They got plenty of time. Plenty of time still to go down to score. But, you know, the Cougars, they've got a young offensive line. A lot of these guys, though, were able to start as sophomores or at least get varsity playing time as sophomores. And now coming in this year as juniors. So a fairly young team for the Cougars. As this pass, just a hitch pattern to Burchell. Burchell pushing his way to a first down, and they are in Hawk territory. They'll mark with this one at the 40-yard line. Trips right. Caden Hyder, Easton Rohr, Gage Roberts lined up in that trips. The trips right, and then Chase Burchell, the far receiver, as Miller steps up next to Labrum. Labrum fakes it. Fakes it to Miller and keeps it himself. Yeah, he gets a few. Watching the JV game, Hawks have a backup quarterback, and I think that's him right there, number 14, playing free safety, and he's fairly accurate himself as a backup quarterback for the Hawks. On 2nd and 7, Labrum just overthrows Hyder there. So it'll be 3rd down now. Cougars, only 4 minutes left, and definitely want to get in there and score here. Score before halftime. So on 3rd and 7, they come out with dual receivers still, both sides. Labrum tells Miller which side wants him on. As he runs a little swing pattern. Burchell through his hands, incomplete. It'll be 4th and 7 now. I imagine the Cougars are going to go for this here. If I know Labrum good enough, he's not that conservative. And they're just waiting for the play to come in. And I think the Cougars want a timeout. And that means we're going to take one too. Our score, Hawks 7, Cougars 0. We're back after the 60-second break.
In our small community, something big is happening. Strata's fiber network is connecting thousands of locations in the basin, bringing internet speeds now as fast as 1 gig. Delivered across the fastest technology available, gig internet has the speed and power equal to 1,000 megabits per second. For more streaming, more sharing, more connected devices, and more possibilities. It's internet fast enough for your life. Get your gig today from Strata Networks. We connect lives.
There's no cost for imagination, no charge for dreams, no limit to what we can accomplish together. It takes grit, determination, but mostly it takes you. They are your ideas, your visions. We're here to help. Early mornings, late nights, heavy loads. We are real people turning extraordinary dreams into reality. Sunbelt Rentals. Your ideas, our equipment.
And we're back after that timeout. Cougars going to go for it here on 4th and 7. Lincoln Labrum, he saw some time as at quarterback last year as a freshman, throwing 4 touchdowns and no interceptions. Trips left. He's got the time. He's going to put this one up to Gage Roberts. Roberts goes up. He's got it. Double teamed, and he goes up with both those defensive backs and brings it down. Just an excellent play on Roberts' part. Labrum putting the pass up to him and letting Roberts go after it. Puts the Cougars inside the 10. It's 6th and goal, or 1st and goal, 6 at the 6-yard line. Nice move, and you gotta give that one to the linemen as they hold their blocks, and the Cougars score with a chance to tie it up. Cougars offensive production last year, only 14.5 points per game, as they were 11th in 3A. Taking that to North Sanpete, they were 22 points per game, 4th in 3A. And so big score here by Cougars as the kick is no good. Chase Lang just missing it off to the left side. Barnes the holder. But our score 6 for the Cougars, 7 for the Hawks. We're back after this 30-second break.
Founded in 1946 by the Savage family with a single truck, today, Savage is the leader in supply chain management solutions that are tailored to meet the needs of our customers across a variety of industries. We are a proud sponsor of high school sports coverage and the community here in the Uinta Basin.
Some of the most important diagnostic tools in medicine today are in the radiology department. At Ashley Regional Medical Center, there are many modalities to choose from: CAT scans, nuclear medicine, MRI, 4D ultrasound, digital mammography, bone density scanning, and a totally digital format. The technicians at Ashley Regional are highly trained and are well known for their great customer service skills. If you need an x-ray of any kind, ask your physician to send you to Ashley Regional Medical Center for quality results.
And we're back. Mark Winterton bringing you live coverage here of Union High School sports. As it'll be Jaron Miller kicking for the Cougars. He knocks this one high. Back to receive. It bobbles the kickoff. That's Casey Christiansen. But he's able to return this one out close to the 30. Looks like they're going to mark it about the 30. So the Cougars unable to get that extra point. Puts them right here at 7-6. Chase Berlin, one of the tacklers in on the stop there for the Cougars. Sunbelt Rentals providing our lifts here for our camera crew and our coaches. Eliason on the run there, gets 8. And so second and 3 here. There's the handoff again, Eliason. But this time it's Dalton Clark, the big boy, getting the tackle as he just wrestled him to the ground. So no gain for the Hawks. It's 3rd and 3. I formation, Stedman under center. And they give it to Eliason again, and this time it's Easton Rohr that makes the first hit, and then a whole gang of tacklers for the Cougars coming in to take him down. And the Cougars want to take a timeout with 2:25 left to go here in the first half. Cougars thinking maybe they can score again. We're going to go to a quick 30-second break. We'll be back after that.
Some of the most important diagnostic tools in medicine today are in the radiology department. At Ashley Regional Medical Center, there are many modalities to choose from: CAT scans, nuclear medicine, MRI, 4D ultrasound, digital mammography, bone density scanning, and a totally digital format. The technicians at Ashley Regional are highly trained and are well known for their great customer service skills. If you need an x-ray of any kind, ask your physician to send you to Ashley Regional Medical Center for quality results.
And we're back as the Cougars causing the Hawks to go 3 and out. It is 4th down. And 2:32 left to go here in the first half. Cougars figure they can score again. Caden Hyder back to return this punt. North Sanpete going to use all of that time on the timeout.
What do you say, Cougar Crazies?
Yeah, big thanks again to all of our coverage sponsors: L&L Motors, Strata Networks, Ashley Regional Medical Center, Moon Lake Electric, Savage, Stickman, and Sunbelt Rentals. As Eliason back to punt this one away, and they're going to fake punt it. Here's the pass. That was a pass by Clausen. And they complete it was completed to Ethan Bowles. So first down, and the Cougar defense now ready to go here again. Plenty of time and the clock running. As Stedman under center with dual receivers to both sides. Quick pass, almost picked off by Nate Foote. And I couldn't tell, is that a fumble or was that a interception? Either way, it's Cougar ball. So they're calling it was a backward pass, and Brock Labrum able to recover that. And so the Cougars going to take over with 2 minutes left. Right at the 50 here. Robert's a little excited there. Ready to go. Dual receivers to both sides. Quick update out of North Summit. As Duchesne's there. Jared Miller with the handoff. Not going to get much, maybe one. Duchesne up 21-0. As North Summit hasn't even gotten a first down in the game. And that's still with that was still with 10 minutes left in the half. In the first half as Labrum rolls right. Completes this one to Miller. Miller's got the first down and a little bit more. Into Hawk territory, 35-yard line where they're going to spot this one. Going to go trips left here now. With Easton Rourke, Caden Hyder, and Chase Burchell, the receivers on that side. They're going to call an offsides. So just a 5-yard penalty, but that gives the Cougars 5 more yards. Our lone receiver on this side, Gage Roberts. And then, of course, in the backfield, your quarterback, Lincoln Labrum, along with Jared Miller lined up next to him. On 1st and 5. Labrum getting flushed out of the pocket. Huge play to keep that one alive as he just flicks it to Miller. And they pick up a few yards. You know, a couple of linemen lose those blocks, but they're able to pick them up, and it allows Labrum to get out of there. Miller releases. And this one across the middle to Burchell, and Burchell fumbles the ball. He doesn't realize in high school when you hit the turf, you're down. You don't have to be touched. So Burchell making a huge catch there across the middle, making some nice gain, but then fumbles it inside the red zone. And the Hawks now will finish out this half, I imagine, with only 34 seconds left.
With 34 seconds to go, the Hawks have a 1st and 10 on their own 15.
We'll see how Stedman handles things. Dual receivers to both sides. Clausen, the sophomore, lined up behind him. He's just going to push forward, see what he can do. And he did quite a bit, 5 yards. And Roar at the bottom of that pile. Clock will continue to run here. And I think that is probably going to do it for us of the half. as we will go into halftime. Cougars down 6-7. I think we've got a interview lined up. We're also going to be, drill team will be performing. We're going to be talking to Coach Brett Kramer with the Union High School golf team coming up here in a bit. As we go away to halftime, we're going to go away to a 2-minute break. We'll be back after that.
In our small community, something big is happening. Strata's fiber network is connecting thousands of locations in the basin, bringing internet speeds now as fast as 1 gig. Delivered across the fastest technology available, gig internet has the speed and power equal to 1,000 megabits per second. For more streaming, more sharing, more connected devices, and more possibilities. It's internet fast enough for your life. Get your gig today from Strata Networks. We connect lives.
Founded in 1946 by the Savage family with a single truck, today, Savage is the leader in supply chain management solutions that are tailored to meet the needs of our customers across a variety of industries. We are a proud sponsor of high school sports coverage and the community here in the Uinta Basin.
Being there to see the sunset, only to see it rise. Your friends, your family, and being around those who matter most. Visiting new places and trying new things. The road trips or the camping trips. The times you'll remember and the places you'll go back to. Let each mile bring you closer to the moments that matter. L&L Motor. People you know. People who care.
Oh, there we are. Sometimes the board works, sometimes it's human error, but I'm not gonna call this one human error. Mark Winterton here, as it is at halftime here at Union High School in their home opener. The Cougars down by a point here, 7-6. But it was a back and forth game here in the first half, and I've got Coach Brett Kramer joining me.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Golf Coach, man, what'd you think of the first half?
You know, it's pretty close game. Not enough offense from us, but a few turnovers. You know
Hard fumble there at the end of the first.
Oh yeah,
first half.
We're driving. We're gonna go up 13-7, but you know how that goes.
Makes an amazing catch, and then hey, you know what? Sometimes the fumble goes.
That's how the ball rolls.
That's exactly right.
So.
Hey, well, speaking of balls rolling, let's talk about some golf.
Yes, sir.
Because you got some excellent golfers. They knock the heck out of those golf balls, and you guys have been doing well.
Yeah.
In past years, you've done well, but we'll talk about this year, I guess.
Yeah, this year, you know, we've had 3 tournaments so far. Our first tournament, we ended up taking 3rd place. You know, out of 7 region teams, we got a different region, you know, of course, that we've had. We, you know, got rid of Park City, which was, you know, nice.
That's always kind of crucial.
They're kicking
helpful.
button 4A, so you know how that goes.
Yeah. So you played in 3 tournaments?
Mm-hmm. 3 region tournaments so far.
Have they all been? Oh, so they've all been consisting of the region teams.
Yes.
So you haven't played against anybody else in the rest of the state.
No. Okay. That'll be, you know, of course, in the final state tournament when, you know, we have 7 in our new region. And then what they do is out of that 7, I'm thinking they'll be taking the top 5 teams in our region will go to state.
All right, so let's talk about just real quick on these 3 region tournaments. You've been, where was the first one at?
First one we played in Fox Hollow. That's out in the American Fork area. And
I played that course.
Yeah, it's an older course, kind of like ours, you know, back in the, I don't know, 50s, 40s, right in there is designed, but nice course, lots of trees. You know, the team that hosted was Mazer Prep, and that's one of the, I guess, private schools or whatever, you know, they call them. But anyways, they were the host team, and we ended up taking third in that. Missed out on second place to Providence Hall, which is another new team in our region, by I think it was 3 or 4 strokes is all. So we were almost in second place.
Wow. And first you said was Mazer Prep?
Mazer Prep was the host tournament, and that was at Fox Hollow.
So who finished first?
So first place was Carbon.
Oh, okay. Carbon's the team to beat then in the region.
They're way out in front of everybody right now. So we have a lot of strokes to be able to catch them. And
what makes Carbon so good? What you know, you look at Price, and not necessarily the best football program, but they're not too bad in basketball. But then golf, they're excelling.
Golf, they are. In fact, last year we were pretty, you know, we were head-to-head with them last year, especially in state. I think they ended up taking 5th in state, and I think we took 6th. So, you know, of course, we, you know, lost Austin Jarmello, which hurt, and you know, his scores were way down in the 70s.
Is that what you guys are calling this season, is life after Jarmello? Now you've got another.
That's where we're at. We have another Jarmello that's doing well. So he's still young, and he's a sophomore, but he's one of our top scorers also. So.
Okay, so the second tournament was where?
The second tournament we ended up playing in Delta, so a long drive, and we played at their course, and we ended up not doing as well. We took 4th in that one. So.
What 3 teams beat you? I'm guessing Carbon. I'm guessing
Carbon,
Providence
Hall, and it was. I think it was Mazer that ended up beating us barely. But anyways, our third tournament was our home tournament, and we ended up taking 2nd in that, and you know, home course advantage, I guess. So
always.
We were way ahead of the 3rd place team in that one, so we gained a lot of ground on.
But Carbon
Providence
still
Hall.
finishing way out front.
Carbon was, I mean.
They're the team to beat in the region.
They might be the team to beat in state, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
You know, now that, like I said, we lost Park City, you know, of course they're going to be the team to beat in 4A now. So.
Well, let's come back here. I'm just looking at seeing how much time's left in halftime, as we've got 8 minutes left in halftime. We're gonna be back talking to Coach Kramer of our Union High School golf team after this 60-second break.
There's no cost for imagination, no charge for dreams, no limit to what we can accomplish together. It takes grit, determination, but mostly it takes you. They are your ideas, your visions. We're here to help. Early mornings, late nights, heavy loads. We are real people turning extraordinary dreams into reality. Sunbelt Rentals. Your ideas, our equipment.
Founded in 1946 by the Savage family with a single truck, today, Savage is the leader in supply chain management solutions that are tailored to meet the needs of our customers across a variety of industries. We are a proud sponsor of high school sports coverage and the community here in the Uinta Basin.
And if you are just joining us, the Cougars here at halftime against the North Sanpete Hawks. I wanted to say the Atlanta Hawks, but the North Sanpete Hawks down 7-6. Mark Winterton, and joining me here is
Brett
Mr.
Kramer.
Mr.
Yes,
Brett
sir.
Kramer, golf coach, Union High School golf coach. You guys have competed in 3 tournaments, and now what's the rest of the season entail?
We got. We'll be playing on a weekly basis. You know, we still have Carbon to go to, their home course. Providence Hall will be hosting theirs out in the Salt Lake area. We also, we'll be going to Nephi, Juab, and we'll be playing on their 9-hole course. So we'll be doing that twice to make 18.
I see.
So.
Okay, so here's a couple of questions. Carbon course you've played on.
Yes.
How does you guys play on that?
Usually we've done pretty good. Like I said, like I was telling you earlier in the break, we Carbon's course is very similar to ours. It's older. You know, the front nine, I guess. Our back nine's, you know, fair, you know,
Right.
10, 15, 20, I don't know, 20 years old compared to like 40 years old, our front nine. And theirs is about the same age-wise, so a lot of trees, you know, thinner fairways. So it should be fairly similar to ours.
But most of your golfers have all golfed it.
Yes.
And does that make a huge advantage to them?
It really does. In fact, some of these newer courses that some of our golfers haven't played on, a lot of times they'll, you know, go over the weekends, their families or whoever will take them out there to play the course just so they could get familiarized with, you know.
So that leads me up to my next question as far as the Providence Hall tournament. The golf course that you guys are going to be golfing on, is it one that you've golfed on before? And obviously, maybe you've answered my question, is how do you guys prepare for it?
Yeah, the one in especially ALA, we've played at, well, ALA was in our region years ago.
Several years ago.
Yeah, so I mean, they still play at East Bay out there. They used to play at East Bay, and this year they're, I guess, going to be playing at Spanish Fork out there. So anyways, that's where we used to play when ALA was, you know, in our region, was East Bay, which is between Spanish Fork and
East Bay
and
is
Provo.
East Bay is a more open course, whereas Spanish Fork's got some. It's got both. I would say Spanish
Tree
Fork's
and-
similar to our front nine.
Oh yeah, very similar. Yep, you're exactly right.
I've golfed
So,
both of those.
Yeah.
And I don't call myself a golfer, but
You're like me, a goofer.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So I agree with that one. So.
And then region. The region.
Yeah, region. Our region tournament will actually be, you know, there in Spanish Fork with ALA, so that's where we'll hold that, and then state will be this year in Richfield.
Wow.
So yeah, so that'll be a first.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah.
Because you guys have always held it at
Soldier Hollow, it seems like, and we've done you know, we've always tried to go back and forth between Soldier Hollow, it seems like, and down south in St. George area, because you have
Have
those.
your guys golfed the Richfield
No.
Of course.
No. So we.
This will be a
yeah,
different one. That's, you know what? That's fun though. That's fun.
Yeah.
So, well, hey, thanks for joining us, and good luck to this season. Maybe we'll talk with you in the future.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure, Mark. Appreciate you.
Coach Brett Kramer with our Union High School golf team, and we're going to go to a quick break. We'll be back. We got halftime. We're almost finishing up halftime, and we'll have second half action coming up. We're back after this 60-second break.
Some of the most important diagnostic tools in medicine today are in the radiology department. At Ashley Regional Medical Center, there are many modalities to choose from: CAT scans, nuclear medicine, MRI, 4D ultrasound, digital mammography, bone density scanning, and a totally digital format. The technicians at Ashley Regional are highly trained and are well known for their great customer service skills. If you need an x-ray of any kind, ask your physician to send you to Ashley Regional Medical Center for quality results.
In our small community, something big is happening. Strata's fiber network is connecting thousands of locations in the basin, bringing internet speeds now as fast as 1 gig. Delivered across the fastest technology available, Gig Internet has the speed and power equal to 1,000 megabits per second. For more streaming, more sharing, more connected devices, and more possibilities. It's internet fast enough for your life. Get your gig today from Strata Networks. We connect lives.
Being there to see the sunset, only to see it rise. Your friends, your family, and being around those who matter most. Visiting new places and trying new things. The road trips or the camping trips. The times you'll remember and the places you'll go back to. Let each mile bring you closer to the moments that matter. L&L Motor. People you know. People who care.
And we're back as our teams come out to warm up here to start second half action. Mark Winterton bringing you Union High School's coverage here on VTV Channel 6. Bringing all the the sports coverage, I guess, of the Basin. So a big thanks to VTV. Also our other coverage sponsors we want to mention: L&L Sport, or L&L Motor. L&L Sports, that's a good one, huh? L&L Motor, Strata Networks, Ashley Regional Medical Center, Moon Lake Electric, Savage, Stickman, and Sunbelt Rentals. The Cougars down by 1 here as they go into the second half. Had a chance to score there at the end of the first half, but a fumble inside the red zone caused that one to give it back to the Hawks. Hawks coming into this season, it is the second season. Rhett Bird, he's entering his second year at the helm of the Hawks. In his first year, he finished with a record of 4-5, and of course a North Sanpete Hawk alumni for the North Sanpete Hawks. There, they did not qualify for the playoffs last year, and trying to improve on it this year with their returning starting quarterback Spencer Stedman. Now Stedman, the leader of the North Sanpete's offense last season, threw for 487 yards and 4 touchdowns before suffering an injury. And so, of course, we've seen a lot of him tonight. And the Cougars, that's got to be a key thing here in the second half, is shutting down that passing game of the Hawks, as Stedman has found his receivers and delivered the ball well. Osborne, Eliason, and I'm trying to think of the other receivers that have done well there. Well, of course, you've got to mention the sophomore Peyton Clausen, as he's playing both ways for the Hawks. A tough sophomore that in the backfield there. The Cougars have been able to move the ball well, and that is thanks to the offensive line. And of course, they've kind of moved them around here and there. But Latui at center, you got Brig Edwards and Tavita Kafusi, your guards there. Tackles are going back and forth between Chase Lang, Mason McGlory, and then also Dalton Clark. I know has been playing some tackle time there. The Cougars have been running the ball well though, because of Jaron Miller and the offensive line, and so I imagine they will come out, continue to do that, but we'll see how the Cougars' passing game will go. They've had some nice passes there, and of course it's been Lincoln Labrum to Gage Roberts. Some nice receptions there for the Cougars. We'll see exactly how they do here as we start the second half action. Cougars will be kicking off to start the second half as we get ready to start here. So, and again, a big thanks to Coach Kramer, the Union golf team coach, as he came in and we chatted while the drill team performed in our halftime entertainment. Good luck to the Union High School golf team through the rest of the season as Jaron Miller comes in to kick. And this is a bit of a change as of last week against Summit Academy. Chase Lang was the kicker and the punter. Jaron Miller has come in and taken over all those kicking responsibilities in this game. One thing I was impressed with Lang was his punting. What a nice tight spiral on those punts. And so back to receive Casey Chris Jansen. And number 29 there, but actually this one's going to go to a lineman, and he makes a hit. How about that hit? Mason Eldridge not afraid to back down as he comes flying in there. And then Reno Nelson getting the tackle there. So that's always fun to see a lineman make the catch. And of course, you know he wants to get that big hit. And he does. So the Hawks will be taking over on their own 31-yard line here, 1st and 10. Cougar defensive line. We got Evan Percival down there along with Lathan Six-Killer, Brock Labram, and Tavita Kafusi. Cougars playing a 4-3 defense. Stedman's going to get it outside. Little swing pattern to Eliason, and Eliason runs over Roberts. Roberts able to slide down, hanging onto his legs. Another Union Cougar tackler coming in there.
Number 6, Gage Roberts, and number 21, Jordan Bertosh.
Jordan Bertosh, the other Union defender. And so it'll be 2nd and 1 as Eliason picks up 9.
Shout out to our defensive line, Lethan Six-Killer, Evan Percival, Brock Labram, and Tavita Kafusi.
Cougar linebackers. Colby Hyder, Nate Foote, and oh, now I missed the third one. As soon as I see a number here, I'll tell you.
Quarterback deep, up the middle. Looks like it's good.
Yeah, Stedman's just going to take that one up the middle. He found some success with that in the first half.
Evan Percival on the stop.
Our middle linebacker is Chase Lang here. Our defensive backs. That is Brock Brinkerhoff, number 14, along with Chase Burchell, Jordan Bertosh, and Gage Roberts. That's your starting 11 for the Cougar defense. As the Hawks have 1st down, Stedman's going to give it to Eliason.
Handoff to Eliason, a whole host of Cougars in the backfield.
Nate Foote and Tavita Kafusi in on the tackle there.
Nate Foote and also Tavita Kafusi.
Huge tackle for a loss there. It's going to give the Hawks 2nd and 15 now. As Caden Hyder substitutes into the game for Nate Foote. Looks like the Cougars are going to move to a nickel package. So 5 defensive backs for the Cougars, 4-man front. As Stedman goes to shotgun here. Little pass. That one is going to be complete for about a 5-6 yard gain.
Gage Roberts on the tackle.
That pass completed to Mason Allred.
Again, if anyone finds a lanyard with a key on it.
And so, big thanks to all our coverage sponsors too. Visit our new L&L Motors new Buick GMC full service store in Vernal. L&L Motor. Stedman in the gun on 3rd down. Pass intended for number 8, and I don't even know what his name is. They've got an Eric Reyes on there. No, it's not him. They don't have a number 8. So he doesn't get a name. He just gets a number. Cougar's going to cause the Hawks to go 3 and out here. Or punt the ball, I guess. 4th down. Caden Hyder will be back to return. Eliason back to punt for the Hawks. Cougars almost blocking that one.
Almost blocked that punt.
That punt's going to go out of bounds. And so it looks like the Cougars will be taking over on their own 25-yard line. Yeah, with our score, Cougars down 6-7, 10:05 left here in the 3rd quarter, and we'll be back after this 30-second break.
Founded in 1946 by the Savage family with a single truck, today, Savage is the leader in supply chain management solutions that are tailored to meet the needs of our customers across a variety of industries. We are a proud sponsor of high school sports coverage and the community here in the Uinta Basin.
Being there to see the sunset, only to see it rise. Your friends, your family, and being around those who matter most. Visiting new places and trying new things. The road trips or the camping trips. The times you'll remember and the places you'll go back to. Let each mile bring you closer to the moments that matter. L&L Motor. People you know. People who care.
And so, sorry, we missed the first play there. Just a little quarterback keeper for 2 yards by Labrum. Strata Networks, proud to be your local wireless provider. Right now, you can get a 4G smartphone for $0 down and upgrade in as early as 1 year with Strata Plus. Just learn more, go to stratanetworks.com. As we got dual receivers to both sides. Labrum lined up in the backfield here, or Miller lined up in the backfield with Labrum. He's hit immediately as he takes the handoff, and he's able to get back to the line of scrimmage. So that's going to make it 3rd and 8.
Third down, 7. Pickup of 1. Number 77.
Mason McGlory's going to come off.
And
limps off here. Hopefully everything's okay as the trainer's going to check out his ankle. Cougars going trips left on 3rd and 8. Labrum with plenty of time delivers it to Hyder. It's not going to be enough for a first down, though. And so that'll bring up 4th down for the Cougars.
Number 19, excuse me, Devin Palmer. 4th down and
That was Palmer with the tackle by the Hawks. And so on 4th and 3, Cougars will bring out their punt team. Again, Miller to punt. Back to receive for the Hawks is Casey Christiansen.
Miller with the punt.
This one up high, bounces, and it takes a good Cougar bounce. And so the Hawks will take over on their own 40.
Number 16 covered the ball.
Well, Ashley Regional Medical Center is looking forward to the completion of their new Women's Center. If you've driven past there, seen all the construction, that'll be finished up in 2018. Ashley Regional Medical Center. And Moon Lake Electric, hey, you can find and like them on Facebook. In operation since 1938, Moon Lake Electric. Stedman comes out under center. He's got trips right. Cougars playing a 4-man front. 3 linebackers. Is it Hyder? Looking to blitz. And now we've got a flag. Oh, delay a game. 5-yard penalty against North Sanpete. So 1st and 15 here. Cougars will make a quick substitution. They're going to go to a nickel package, bringing Miller out. Caden Hyder comes in as they go to 5 defensive backs. Handoff up the middle to Eliason, and that was a big hit. I'm trying to see who actually made first contact. That was Colby Hyder. Eliason, a big old fullback, comes flying up through there, but Hyder never backs down. Getting low and taking him on head to head. It'll be 2nd and 12 now for the Hawks. Stedman goes to the gun. Shotgun here. Drops back to pass intended. That's Ethan Bowles completed there for about a 7-yard pickup. And so now it'll be 3rd and 4 here. Cougars will go back to their 4-3 defense. With Easton Roar, is that Easton Roar right in the middle there? Easton Roar right there in the middle of his linebacker. And Jordan Bertosh trying to get up under the ball. It's going to be 4th and 4 now. So the Hawks will bring out their punt team, but in the first half they made a fake punt and converted on it. Were successful. Cougars are going to be cautious of that as Caden Hyder goes back to return this.
And number 1 on Union's team, Caden Hyder, to return the punt.
As the Cougars stay home here. A nice punt, spiral, but it's going to go out of bounds about the 18-yard line.
Goes out of bounds. About the 18-yard line. So the Cougars will have a 1st and 10 on their own 18.
So the Cougars offense will come back out onto the field. 6:47 here left in the 3rd quarter. And no score in the second half so far.
Will host Cedar City on Friday. Union will host UNA next Friday night in the Battle of the Basin.
Savage, the Savage family founded the company in 1946. And providing a lot of employment opportunity for Basin residents. Savage. Trips left. Labrum in the gun. As Labrum takes this handoff, he has big hole, and that's a huge hole. Nice blocking. Is number 14 going to run him down? No. It's actually number, that's Eliason there, number 38.
Number 38, Eliason chased him down.
About a 57-yard run there for Jerem Miller.
And linebacker breaking in.
And it was the big old fullback Eliason. Also plays linebacker, and he's had an interception today. He's been running. He runs down Miller there. Cougars quickly to the line, and Miller again to the left side. Finding holes right and left. Again, the blocking's there, and the Cougars are moving here on the ground. This is one of those things that Cougars expected North Sanpete to come in and just run the ball. Just hard-nosed football. And they haven't. They've been passing. And instead now, boy, it's the Cougars that are running some hard-nosed football in trips formation. Little pass over to Hyder. Hyder trying to get upfield as he's gang tackled. So on 1st and goal, the Cougars maybe get a couple here. 2nd and goal.
2nd and 6.
Cougars will go trips left. And Miller gets in for the 2nd time today. The Cougars go up for the 1st time this year, I guess you could say. So they'll need they want to keep the 1st team unit in here and go for 2. Two-point conversion here will put the Cougars up by 7. Well, Stickman, again, I mentioned their golf tournament on September 8th, and Stickman is a proud sponsor of VTV6's live coverage of the Unibasin High School football. Trips left. North Sanpete showing blitz, and they do as they tip that one on the pass. And so our score here in the third quarter after the Cougars score again, 12-7. We're going to go to a quick break here. We'll be back after this 45-second break.
Some of the most important diagnostic tools in medicine today are in the radiology department. At Ashley Regional Medical Center, there are many modalities to choose from: CAT scans, nuclear medicine, MRI, 4D ultrasound, digital mammography, bone density scanning, and a totally digital format. The technicians at Ashley Regional are highly trained and are well known for their great customer service skills. If you need an x-ray of any kind, ask your physician to send you to Ashley Regional Medical Center for quality results.
And the Cougars ready to kick off after they scored and go up. First time leading in a game this year, and they're up 12-7. Not unable to convert on that two-point conversion as Labrum's pass tipped. And Miller to kick. A low line one, and it's going to go out of bounds. That'll be a penalty. And I think that brings it up to the 40-yard line, if I know my high school rules right, which I don't. Could be the 35, I can't remember for sure. Cougar defense, it is the 35. Cougar defense playing well throughout this game. They've done well. And just a couple of mistakes here and there by the, I would say most of their mistakes have come in the defensive back region. As now I speak a little too soon and Hyder jumps off sides. But those linebackers and front line for the Cougars have been tough this game. Interesting defense here. The Cougars run a is that a three-man front?
Illegal procedure against the Hawks. 5-yard penalty. First and 15.
Trying to three-man front for the Cougars with 5 defensive backs as they bring Clausen in motion. Hawks do. Hand it to Eliason, and Eliason avoids a tackler, another tackler. After the 5-yard penalty from the false start, Eliason gets that back, and so it'll be 2nd and 9. Cougars figure they can get it done with the 3-man front here. As Eliason again taking it upfield, and he's just a big boy. He's reaching forward with that arm. You see that arm come forward. He's able to stretch it forward and just pick up that few extra yards. And so it'll be 3rd and 2. Hawks being successful here on the ground. Cougars are going to go back to a 4-man front here. 4-3 defense. Stedman under center, brings Clausen again in motion. He's going to now roll right. He's got Clausen right there, completes the pass. Bertosh comes up, makes the tackle along with Colby Hyder. But the Hawks get enough for a first down and into Cougar territory.
Brings up 1st and 10 for the Hawks on the Union 45.
Well, Sunbelt Rentals, one of our sponsors of Union High School sports and our VTV live coverage of Unibasin sports, Unibasin High Schools, providing the lifts for our coaches and for our camera crew, as Eliason gets mugged almost. a whole host of Cougars making the tackle there.
Number 60, Brig Edwards. Number 68, Dalton Clark.
This is that hard-nosed football that the Cougars were expecting at first, and the Hawks didn't come out with it. Going completely different, going through the air. Cougar defensive lineman jumping there. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. So instead of 2nd and 8, now it's going to be 2nd and 3.
Advantage North Sanpete, 5 yards. Second and 3 for the Hawks.
That was a Bullet Head there. Bullet Head, a junior for the Cougars. As Clausen comes in motion, and now Stedman's going to roll left and going to tuck it and run.
Quarterback keeps it.
Hyder and Rohr trying to get to him, and it looked like they tripped up over each other.
It's good for a first down.
As Stedman gets the first down.
Gage Roberts pushed him out of bounds. Virginia, number 6.
You know, one thing about the Hawks quarterback, as said by his coach, he said, we have one senior. He started for us all last year until he broke his collarbone, and our backup quarterback, Chance Clausen, when our first quarterback went down, he started about 4 games for us. And so anyways, Stedman, the quarterback this year, did well last year, but with an injury, that put his season at an end. And he's come out and done well tonight. Handing it off to Eliason there, and Eliason, a big boy. The Cougars have struggled a little bit to stop him, and I think that's going to be the key to the rest of this game. If the Cougars want to get the win, they've got to shut down Eliason on the ground, and the defensive backs got to do their job in keeping the ball out of the receiver's hands, as Stedman's been accurate tonight. Again, they hand it to Eliason, and Eliason just workhorse up the middle. That's Easton Rohr that gets his hands around his waist, hanging on. But that might be enough for a first.
Colby Hyder replaces number 13, Nate Swift, in the lineup for the Cougs.
And it is first down.
They're calling to the first down, 1st and 10 now for the Hawks on the 21-yard line.
Not quite in the red zone. As this Cougar defense, they are returning some key starters from last year. And Colby Hyder, he was a sophomore last year, a junior this year. And Eliason gets nowhere.
And Eliason gets the ball.
Evan Percival. And also Brock Labrum.
Evan Percival.
So Brock Labrum and Evan Percival in on that stop. Another key defensive starter that's returning for the Cougars, Gage Roberts. And of course, coming in this year for the Cougars, Brock Labrum there, and Evan Percival. As again, that's Clausen, a sophomore, just a sophomore from Stedman, making the big catch down there. And it is 1st and goal now for the Hawks from the 4-yard line.
We need to stiffen up this defense.
Cougars will play a 4-man front.
Number 3, Ashton Osborne in the lineup for the Hawks. Brings in the play.
Stedman under center. Looks like he's going to give that one to Eliason around the left side. And Eliason gets in, touchdown. they'll come in to kick the extra point. Already up by 1.
With that touchdown, the Hawks up 13, Union 12.
I'll extend that lead to 2. Well, let's see.
5.4 seconds remaining in this third quarter.
Hold on, they're gonna want to go for 2 here. Figure they might as well go up by 2 and be up by a field goal. So Clausen in the backfield here. Stedman under center. He's got 1 tight end, 3 receivers as he puts a man in motion. He's gonna roll right. It's complete.
Stedman pass is complete.
And that 2-point conversion is good.
Complete. 2-point conversion good.
So 25 seconds left in the third, and the Hawks up 15-12. We're gonna go away to a quick break. We'll be back.
Hawks now lead the Cougars.
There's no cost for imagination, no charge for dreams, no limit to what we can accomplish together. It takes grit, determination, but mostly it takes you. They are your ideas, your visions. We're here to help. Early mornings, late nights, heavy loads. We are real people turning extraordinary dreams into reality. Sunbelt Rentals. Your ideas, our equipment.
And Mark Winterton bringing you live coverage of Union High School sports right here on VTV, Channel 6. As we definitely want to thank VTV for providing live coverage of our high school sports. Cougars allowing a touchdown there. They're down by 3 after a 2-point conversion. Yeah, you're going to want to watch for I don't know what they're doing.
Get a good hold there, so number 6 will hold the Kai Mickle.
Can't get the ball to stand. Knocking this one down field. Going to be Chase Burchell will pick it up about the 9.
He's going.
He's got blocking.
He's going. Gets right out to about the 37, 38-yard line.
You know, number 6 able to wrap up his legs. That's Kai Mickle, just a junior. But that gives the Cougars pretty good field position. I got a couple updates on scores. Uinta up on Maple Mountain 9-6 at home. And Duchesne, they've traveled out to North Summit. Score there, 27-0 at the end of 3. And the Cougars here will give to Miller. Labram hands it off to Miller. Miller's got a couple good blocks. He makes a move on 2 guys down the sideline, makes a hit, stays in bounds, and he's inside the 30.
Comes back in. That's another Cougar.
Little play-by-play analysis. I guess I could back off that a little bit. I'm too used to the radio.
Davis on the tackle. Cougars will have a 1st and 10 on the Hawks' 28-yard line.
Nice run by Miller, and Miller has been running well all game long, as that's going to do it for us after 3. The Cougars down 12-15, but Cougars marching. We're going to go away break. We'll be back to start our 4th and final quarter.
In our small community, something big is happening. Strata's fiber network is connecting thousands of locations in the basin, bringing internet speeds now as fast as 1 gig. Delivered across the fastest technology available, Gig Internet has the speed and power equal to 1,000 megabits per second. For more streaming, more sharing, more connected devices, and more possibilities. It's internet fast enough for your life. Get your gig today from Strata Networks. We connect lives.
Founded in 1946 by the Savage family with a single truck, today, Savage is the leader in supply chain management solutions that are tailored to meet the needs of our customers across a variety of industries. We are a proud sponsor of high school sports coverage and the community here in the Uinta Basin.
And Mark Winterton bringing you live coverage of Union High School sports as we are back to start the fourth and final quarter. The Cougars down by 3 points, but they're marching. Jaron Miller making some nice moves, running the ball, and he's been running well all game long. You know, against Summit Academy last week, the offensive line held their blocks. They did a great job holding their blocks. The other team's just stronger. I'm just going to put it that way. And Miller was finding where he could run. He still averaged 4 yards a carry, but Summit Academy definitely a good team, and it showed. Quick update on other scores I mentioned. Uinta up 9-6 right now against Maple Mountain, and Duchesne beating North Summit 27-0. As Labrum, and I taught too soon. No, you saw the ball pop all over the place. I talked about the running game way too soon. Tavita Kafusi able to recover that one. Whew. That was a heart stopper.
Big loss of yardage. Brings up 2nd and 22.
So 2nd and 22 now. Yeah, we got plenty of time here in the fourth quarter, and the Cougar defense has been playing really well. The defensive backs can just stop that passing game. As Labrum has plenty of time, he airs it out. Roberts is held, and they do call that. You can see him holding it. It was, I don't remember which one it was. There's 18, 2, and 3 back there. One of those guys put their hands on Roberts' hips, and Roberts just couldn't get to the ball. As Uinta and Maple Mountain, they are in the fourth quarter, 8 minutes left, and Uinta leading that one again, 9-6 right now. Now what that does is it's a 15-yard penalty, and I thought it was an automatic first down, but it is not.
Here we go, 2nd and 5 for the Cougars.
So it'll be 2nd and 5 now for the Cougars on that pass interference penalty. And that gives the Cougars a break. And a pass across the middle to Easton Roar, touchdown. Wide open. Easton Roar makes a great catch, great read, a great pass by Labrum, and the Cougars go up. I believe they're going to go for 2. I don't see a... Oh, there's the kicker. There's Chase Lang. He comes in to kick the extra point.
We got the holder, Henry Barnes.
I was hoping they would go for 1. No reason to go for 2. Go up by 4 here. As Barnes, the holder. The kick by Lang is through the uprights. That's good. And the Cougars up 19-15 here against the North Sanpete Hawks here in the fourth, as Cougars will be kicking off. We're going to keep you right here as, again, Strata Networks, they bring you the latest mobile devices from your favorite brands. Visit them today. Buy one, get one free on select smartphones. Strata Networks, we connect lives. Also, L&L Motor. Again, you can visit their new Buick GMC full-service store in Vernal, as they are the #1 rated new car dealer in the Basin. And Ashley Regional Medical Center. They were named one of the top 100 rural hospitals in America by Becker's Review. And again, Ashley Regional Medical Centers, they support Union High School sports. As Jaron Miller comes out to kick, back to receive Elison. Eliason, and Christensen back to receive.
Miller time.
Of course, it was number 60 that got the ball in the last kickoff, I believe. And that boy rumbled. You can see him out there standing about the 24-yard line. As here goes the kick by Miller. Beautiful kick. This one's going to go into the end zone. How about that? That'll be a touchback. Nice kick by Jaron Miller. And the Hawks will be starting on their own 20.
11:04 remains in this fourth quarter.
Well, Moon Lake Electric, they've been in operation since 1938, owned by the people. They're cooperative, not privately owned. Providing power, again, since 1938, Moon Lake Electric. And Savage Family founded the company in 1946 with a single truck hauling coal and timber in Utah. Now today, they're a leader in the supply chain management solutions that'll tailor to meet the needs of their customers across a variety of industries, including electric power generation, coal production, oil refining, railroad, chemical, oil-filled downhole services, and other industries.
Running back on the right side.
Stedman.
Knocked out of bounds by number 21, Jordan Bertosh. Pick up a 5, 2nd and 5.
Making the play there and a 5-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 5 now for the Hawks. Cougars with a 4-man front. Looks like playing a little bit of a nickel package there with Chase Lang and Colby Hyder at linebacker. Nate Foote looks to blitz, and he does. He's blitzing, and they're looking for a screen play to Elison. Elison making the play, the catch, as no one trying to run him down, and he is quick. Finally, they're able to get him brought down there. That's a 6-killer. As Brock Brinkerhoff comes up a little bit lame there. Almost looks like a cramp, or he got kneed right in the calf.
Hawks now will have a 1st and 10 on Union's 26-yard line.
You know, and an arm tackling just isn't going to bring that big number 38 down. He'll run through those every time, and he does. As he rumbles all the way to the 26-yard line there. The pass thrown, incomplete.
For number 2, Christiansen, no good.
That was Reno Nelson.
Reno Nelson on the play.
Defending on the play there for the Cougars. As Nate Foote will come out. Caden Hyders comes in for the Cougars.
2nd and 10.
We need to see that stingy Cougar defense here with 10 minutes left to go. Plenty of time. Cougars only have a 4-point lead. Hawks come out. Pass here to Elison over on the right side, just in the right flat, and that is Chase Lang that's able to get a hold of him, hanging on to his jersey, bringing him down.
Brought down by Colby Hyder, number 16.
Third and 7 now for the Hawks.
3rd down, 7 yards to go. Ethan Bowles and Lane Schwager.
Stickman, a proud sponsor of VTV6's live coverage of the Uinta Basin High School football, along with Sunbelt Rentals. They provide our lifts for the coaches and for our camera crew. As Stedman in the gun, trips left, drops back to pass here, throws, he just overthrows his man, and way off the mark. Ethan Bowles was the intended receiver, number 21 there, and Reno Nelson defending. And so that's going to make it 4th and 7 now.
Chase Lang in the lineup for the Cougs. Number 14, Brock Brinkerhoff in the lineup. 4th and 7.
Cougars maintaining, it looks like they're still going
Let's hear
with
some
this
yelling. What do you say, Cougar fans?
nickel package.
Let's hold
The
them right
4-man
here.
front, 2 linebackers. and 5 defensive backs. 5? I think 5. Yeah, there we go. I'm counting them. I'm missing one as Stedman rolls left. Rushed out of the pocket. He's going to run for the first down. He's got it.
Still wanting it. He's going for it. Tackle by number 60, Brig Edwards.
Finally, Brig Edwards able to get him and stop the Hawks from scoring. Stedman just using his speed to get outside.
On the 2-yard line.
Cougars failing on the containment there. And it'll be 1st and goal. They got Elias Elison in the backfield, and you guessed it. It's probably going to him. Stedman under center. Nope, Stedman's going to keep it, but he does not get in. Chase Lang's there, along with Nate Foote, but it was Lang who made first contact. Stops him.
He did not get in.
So it'll be 2nd and goal.
Chase Lang. Brig Edwards in on the stop.
So that front defensive line
Let's go, Big D.
needing to make the big stop right here. As they go trips right here. Trying to spread the defense out. Stedman's going to go right up the middle again.
He's still pushing up the middle. Did he get it?
They're gonna signal touchdown. So Stedman got enough, and the Hawks are back up by 2. So they will kick the extra point as Rodriguez comes in to do that. A sophomore for the Hawks. Stedman to hold.
Rodriguez ready to kick.
Just under 8 minutes to go. And Rodriguez's kick is no good. So the Cougars only down by 2 here with 7:59 left to go. We're back after this quick break.
Being there to see the sunset, only to see it rise. Your friends, your family, and being around those who matter most. Visiting new places and trying new things. The road trips or the camping trips. The times you'll remember and the places you'll go back to. Let each mile bring you closer to the moments that matter. L&L Motor. People you know. People who care.
And we're back. As the Cougars will receive after allowing that touchdown by North Sanpete. Sanpete up by 21-19. The Hawks on top as Rodriguez will kick. Cougars back to receive for the Cougs. It's Robertson Burchell. This one heading towards Burchell. Burchell takes it about the 19-yard line.
Chase Burchell gets some yards. Chance Clausen with the tackle.
So 1st and 10 now for the Cougs.
10 on their own 29-yard line.
Let's see if we, no updates yet. No updates on other scores. Let's see, I've got a, so Uinta still up 9-6. And it looks like only about 4 minutes left to play in the game.
Let's show them what Union's made of here.
And the Duchesne North Summit game, that one's into the 4th quarter also. But I'm pretty sure Duchesne's got that one in the bag.
Labrum hands off to
It's
Miller.
Miller again, Labrum to Miller, and Miller picking up 5.
Dustin Ashworth, a junior on the tackle.
If Miller's got the stamina. I'd say just
A gain of 6 yards, 2nd and 4.
just give it to Miller over and over. But hang on to that ball. Hang on to that ball. Let the time run out and hang on to that ball and march it all the way. Trips left here for the Cougars. Again, up the middle, and Miller making some great moves, good blocks, and he's out to midfield. You got to thank those Cougar offensive linemen.
Clausen and Peyton Clausen on the tackle. That's another Cougar.
Big thanks to the Cougar linemen. You got Dalton Clark, along with Brig Edwards, Chase. Let's see, I can't see. Oh, the far tackle is actually McGlory, Mason McGlory, and then Lonnie Latui and Tavita Kafusi. Nice pull there, and look at the run by Labrum as he finds room, trying to get the block there from Roberts. He cuts in front of him. Down to the 25, and the Cougars continue to march.
That's another Cougar.
That was a beautiful pull by Kafusi. Tavita, as he comes across, connects at the defensive end. And it was all a beautiful hole there as Labrum took it upfield using his agile legs there to pick up the extra yardage. If he could have stepped back and let Roberts get out in front of him and block, could have gotten some more there. But as they bring a blitz this time, Labrum
keeps it again.
in trouble. They're going to get him for a loss. Again, still plenty of time to play, though.
Number 13, Eddie Davis, the senior.
As the Cougars are in Hawk territory.
2 yards, it'll be 2nd and 12.
But it'll be 2nd and 12 now. Against Summit Academy, we saw Colby Hyder come in and play quite probably 50-50 with Jaron Miller there at halfback. This game, it's been all Miller, and Miller has been playing out of his mind as he takes a swing pattern there across the 30, 20, down to the 10. It'll be 1st and goal for the Cougars from the Hawk 10-yard line. Miller having a huge game today for the Cougars.
Hang on to this ball, Cougars.
Labrum again in the gun. He's got trips left. As he brings Miller up next to him now. It's pass to Hyder. Hyder picks up the block by Burchell. And they're not going to give him anything. Stingy defensive backs by the Hawks. And so here with under 5 minutes to play, Cougars down by 2. They are in field goal range, but I haven't seen them kick any field goals with their current field goal kicker. So, not sure exactly how that would play out. Here, dual receivers to both sides on 2nd and goal. Giving it to Miller. Miller making some nice moves. He's got 5.
Pick up a 5 yards.
So 2 more
Number 73 on the
plays
tackle,
here as it's 3rd and goal. I imagine the Cougars are going to go for touchdown, regardless of what happens on this possession.
Let's let these guys hear it, Cougar fans.
But who knows? Who knows? If they get to the middle of the field, maybe their kicker can convert a field goal. Dual receivers to both sides again. Labrum faking it to Miller. Across the middle. Chase Burchell. Touchdown.
Number 18, Chase Burchell, touchdown.
Labrum wants 2. He's telling his team, we're going for 2. Stay in the game. Going for 2. So plenty of time on the clock. Plenty of time. for the Hawks. As the Cougars will go for 2. This will put them up by 6 if they can get that.
Cougars are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Let's let them hear it. Come on, Cougar fans. Let's let them hear it.
So the scoring, first half was low scoring. Second half, been a lot more exciting here. Trips left, Labrum drops back to throw. He's got time, puts it in a roar. They're saying he got it. 2-point conversion is good, and the Cougars are up by 6. It's going to be Hawks kicking, or Cougars kicking to the Hawks. We're going to go away to a quick break. Be back after this.
Some of the most important diagnostic tools in medicine today are in the radiology department. At Ashley Regional Medical Center, there are many modalities to choose from: CAT scans, nuclear medicine, MRI, 4D ultrasound, digital mammography, bone density scanning, and a totally digital format. The technicians at Ashley Regional are highly trained and are well known for their great customer service skills. If you need an x-ray of any kind, ask your physician to send you to Ashley Regional Medical Center for quality results.
There's no cost for imagination, no charge for dreams, no limit to what we can accomplish together. It takes grit, determination, but mostly it takes you. They are your ideas, your visions. We're here to help. Early mornings, late nights, heavy loads. We are real people turning extraordinary dreams into reality. Sunbelt Rentals. Your ideas, our equipment.
And we're back. We are back as the Cougars ready to kick off. They've got the lead here, 27-21, but plenty of time left on the clock for the Hawks. Can the defense, stingy defense I should say, can the stingy defense of the Cougars stop them? Here's Miller's kick. This one going all the way to the end zone again as Miller comes out. Man, this guy's on fire. He must have needed a break last week because he didn't kick at all. And today, look at that leg. So another touchback here. Miller preventing them from returning that. We haven't had a Cougar kicker like that for a while. I'm trying to remember the last time we had a kicker that did back-to-back touchbacks. The Hawks come out with 2 running backs. No, Clausen's going to actually go out. Clausen, a sophomore, number 15 there. Eliason in the backfield, and he's been pounding it all game long. This one intended for Eliason. He drops it. Incomplete, just on a little swing pattern there. They can't complete it. And you notice Cougars were looking for that, as both Lang and Hyder right there as the ball came to him.
Eliason, 2nd and 10.
That's number 22 there, Carter Winterton for the Cougars as he comes out.
3:36 it is. Thank you.
Cougar defensive line, they've been doing great things. Lathan 6-killer, Brock Labrum. And going with a 3-man front here, actually. And Matthew Dosberg is the defensive end on the far side there. Looks like 3 linebackers with Nate Foote, Chase Lang, and Colby Hyder. And we got a false start.
Delay of game looks like against the Hawks.
False starter.
False start against the Hawks.
Yeah, false start there. 5-yard penalty. It'll be 2nd and 15 now. As the Hawks come out with trips formation, trips to the left. Again, Eliason's the one you worry about as Stedman breaks free or throws free here to intended for Clausen. No good. Incomplete.
Jordan Bertosh on the coverage.
Hey, thanks to our coverage sponsors here on VTV, Channel 6. Of course, you can tune in every week right here, Friday evening for our football coverage. BTV Channel 6.com, but a thanks to all of our sponsors too. L&L Motors, Strata Networks, Ashley Regional Medical Center, Moon Lake Electric, Savage, Stickman, and Sunbelt Rentals. As Stedman takes the snap here, he's going to go across the middle to Clausen.
Pass complete to Clausen.
And what a hit by Foot.
12, first of all, Bradley Mather. Also number 75, Chase Lang.
You know, I'm going to say Foot's not your quickest guy on the field. In fact, by far, but making a smart play there, and he comes up on Clausen making the big hit. As he'll go out, they'll go to 5 defensive backs as Caden Hyder comes in. Caden Hyder and Colby Hyder are actually brothers. Triplets, in fact. It's too bad their sister doesn't play football. As Stedman in the gun. Oh. It's Nolan Bullethead again jumping off sides. He did that earlier.
Need our main defensive unit back in.
And so they're gonna make some changes here on the defensive line.
Percival, Brock Labrum, Tavita Calbusi, we need you.
Also, Lincoln Labrum coming in,
4th and 5.
play in
2:39 remain in this game.
the backfield there. As that gives Hawks 5 yards. 4th and 4 here. Stedman under center. He's going to try and get the Cougar line, defensive line, just to jump. Now he goes up the middle, keeps it, and Chase Lang making the big hit that stopped him as Stedman just rolled off the defensive line there.
Number 58.
Again, we see the stinginess of the Cougar defense this game.
Well, let's stop.
They have their day, they have their times, I guess. As Cougars lead 27-21. Just a little over 2 minutes left to go, and they'll run the clock down.
So Cougars get the ball.
I expect to probably see a lot of running here
27-yard line.
to Jerem Miller. It'll be either him or Labrum. Back and forth to the two of them, maybe some short passes. Smart short passes, hitch patterns, that type of thing. Our receivers, Chase Burchell, Easton Roar, Gage Roberts, and Caden Hyder.
Mason McGlory, Tavita Campusi, Lonnie Lutui, Brig Edwards, and Dalton Clark.
And now we got a flag. Oh, delay a game on the Cougars. 5-yard penalty.
Game against the Cougars, be 1st and 15.
Cougars closer and closer to their first win of the season here against North Sanpete. Miller comes up. Labrum does keep it this one. He fakes it to Miller, and he keeps it for 2. And that will run the clock.
On the stop, number 39, Wesley Madsen.
Now we got the clock running. Now you push it to a delay game.
Good for a 2-yard game, 2nd and 13.
So with the clock running, Cougars again spread offense, dual receivers to both sides as Miller comes up next to Labrum. Hands it off to Miller, and Miller finding his blockers, and he gets out there. It's going to be 3rd and 2 with the clock still running.
77 on the tackle, Dustin Ashworth.
Miller very quick side to side as the Hawks want to take a timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout Hawks.
But very quick side to side movement. But not only that, he sees his blockers, and this offensive line, you got to give credit always.
Next week, right
And the
here,
Cougar offensive line, they've been doing great. As we're timeout here by the Hawks. 27 for the Cougars, 21 for the Hawks. We're going to go away to a quick break. And we're back here in the fourth quarter. Not much time remaining as the Cougars have this slight lead and they still have the ball. It'll be third down. Crucial conversion here. If they can convert on this one. Hawks only have 2 more timeouts, I think, remaining. They'll be able to run the clock down and, hey, get into the red zone. Let's score again. Labrum in the gun here. He brings Miller up to the right side of him. Dual receivers to both sides. Or Sanpete, the front line there, they're ready to jump. They know they're running it. Cougars don't get a delay of game here as they give it to Miller. Miller finds a block or two. He does get a yard or two.
Eddie Davis on the tackle. See where we get the spot. It's shy of the first down.
So just shy of the first down. It'll be fourth and a long one for the Cougars with the clock running. Duchesne, they get the big win against North Summit as they pull all their starters out, and North Summit's able to score a couple there in the fourth quarter. And so your final score for Duchesne North Summit is 27-12. And now the Cougars want to take a timeout as it is fourth and a long one with 1:13 left to go in the game. Cougars up 27-21, and we're back after this quick break.
In our small community, something big is happening. Strata's fiber network is connecting thousands of locations in the basin, bringing internet speeds now as fast as 1 gig. Delivered across the fastest technology available, gig internet has the speed and power equal to 1,000 megabits per second. For more streaming, more sharing, more connected devices, and more possibilities. It's internet fast enough for your life. Get your gig today from Strata Networks. We connect lives.
Founded in 1946 by the Savage family with a single truck, today, Savage is the leader in supply chain management solutions that are tailored to meet the needs of our customers across a variety of industries. We are a proud sponsor of high school sports coverage and the community here in the Uinta Basin.
Being there to see the sunset, only to see it rise. Your friends, your family, and being around those who matter most. Visiting new places and trying new things. The road trips or the camping trips. The times you'll remember and the places you'll go back to. Let each mile bring you closer to the moments that matter. L&L Motor. People you know. People who care.
And we're back. Cougars, fourth and a long one. Needing this one with only 1:13 left. Labrum gives it to Miller. Miller's got enough. He's got the first.
Looks like he's got it.
And so North Sanpete, they've only got 2 more timeouts. Imagine they'll take one now. As the Cougars are in the red zone. Beautiful run by Miller as he finds that blocking. And they are going to take a timeout. I got an updated score too for Uinta. Uinta, in fact, this one, a fun one, as Maple Mountain down by 3. Uinta winning this one, or up on this one, 16-13. But under a minute left to go. Maple Mountain currently driving. As Uinta's defense playing some stingy ball and trying to. They've got to shut them down here. So under a minute left to go. Uinta up by 3. Similar situation, but going the other way for Maple Mountain. Hawks trying to get enough time, keep enough time left on the clock to do something. The Cougars up on this one, 27-21. We got to say a big thanks again to all of our coverage sponsors, which makes this VTV Channel 6 broadcast of Union High School sports possible. L&L Motor, Strata Networks, Ashley Regional Medical Center, along with Moon Lake Electric, Savage and Stickman, and our lifts, Sunbelt Rentals, of course. As the Cougars offense makes their way back onto the field, they're going to look to just down this. The Cougars going to win this one, 27-21. Minute 7 left as Labrum takes a knee.
Labrum takes a knee.
And I think North Sanpete will just let the clock run. Are they going to take their last time out? They are. They're going to take their last time out. And so timeout there, 58 seconds. I think there was a little more time than that actually left. But our score here, 27-21. I think there's just a little over a minute left to play as they ran it, even though the coaches called the timeout. We're going to be back after the 60-second break, I guess.
In our small community, something big is happening. Strata's fiber network is connecting thousands of locations in the basin, bringing internet speeds now as fast as 1 gig. Delivered across the fastest technology available, gig internet has the speed and power equal to 1,000 megabits per second. For more streaming, more sharing, more connected devices, and more possibilities. It's internet fast enough for your life. Get your gig today from Strata Networks. We connect lives.
And we're back. Mark Winterton and VTV Channel 6. As the Cougars again will just look to down this one. On 2nd and 5, of course, that's because Labrum downed it. North Sanpete took their last time out. Labrum will down it. Now there's a penalty flag thrown in. Let's see what the penalty flag is.
Flag down.
Personal foul against the Hawks.
Personal foul against the Hawks.
Imagine they'll decline it
You make a block.
and let the time run. Waiting to see what they're doing. There, they wave it off. Nope, he's going to take it. They are going to take the penalty. It'll be a 15-yard penalty, which means the Cougars will get it's only a 10-yard penalty.
Bring it up on the 11-yard lines of the Hawks.
They'll replay second down.
2nd and 4.
And so again, Cougars to just down this, get it over with. Minute left, under a minute left, I guess. There's the clock running there. And this one's going to be the last one for us. As he downs it, that's going to do it for the Cougars, getting the big win against North Sanpete in their home opener. And huge morale boost after a little bit of a beating. I'm not going to lie, a little bit of a beating last week against Summit Academy. Summit Academy, a good 3A team. Look at them for going far. But Cougars get a win against North Sanpete, against the South 3A region team. And Cougars 1-1. Next week's going to be big, as it's going to be Uinta coming into town against the Cougars. Always a fun one. Cougars Uinta obviously a bigger squad, but still the rivalry lives on, as it's always fun to see the Cougars and Uinta play. Uinta getting the win, I think they've got the win against Maple Mountain. I don't have an update there, but I think they did get the win. Cougars, after that, their schedule consists of Mountain View, and then they'll be at Mountain View and then at Carbon for the next. So Uinta, Mountain View, and Carbon for the next 3 games. North Sanpete, they're going to go on and play next week. They're going to be playing Cedar City. So Cougars get the win, 27-21. Mark Winterton, VTV, and of course, thanks to all of our sponsors again. Have a good night, and thanks for listening.